Hi, I'm Lynn, and here's what's happening with the Wandering Shepherds today. Little boardwalk. Hold still. Come join us on the hike. We're at Jones's Creek, which is off the Thousand Island Parkway, and it's near Mallory Town, Ontario. It's our first time here. It's a park where you have to scan and pay to get in. So we're here walking around, and we're gonna see what this little park has to offer. We've just left the car and we're heading on a little boardwalk, and apparently there's quite a few little loops in here. Now we're getting into the darker forest. It's a very cold day today. It's the beginning of September. The leaves haven't started changing colors yet, but we've had a drastic drop in temperature today. So, bear. Well, here's the trails. I think we're gonna go on Bear and we're gonna do a loop. That's my plan. So I would go here,
okay,
up to the lookout,
sure,
and go. Oh, is that dead end?
Nope.
Oh yeah, go all the way around and come back. What do you say?
That's fine.
This is kind of dark in here. I guess you're allowed dogs on a leash. And it looks like major windstorms have come through here, because there's a lot of trees that are knocked down all over the place, as you can see. Just kind of a little different. Here's a big tree. Really big girl. And we're gonna head up this hill here. There's a giant fungus on this tree. We've never been here before. This is about, I'd say, 35 minutes from our farm. So we don't know what to expect here. We rely on Google Maps to show us places that we could possibly explore here. And this is one we hadn't been to before. So we thought tomorrow's a busy day on the farm. We've got to sort more sheep that are going to a new home. So we figured we'd take today as a day off. You have to watch your footing a bit here. Lots of rocks and roots. But looks pretty, even though it's a cold day today. See the roots on the trail. And you can hear the chickadees singing. Why? Oh, somebody's put, that lady who just walked by us probably put peanuts out for the birds and chipmunks.
I love peanuts. Why don't you just eat the peanuts?
Go ahead. Steal the wildlife's food.
Really, man? I hope you wouldn't see all my corn right now on the back of my farm.
Well, it looks very pretty in here, that's for sure. I'm heading down right now again. Just came up a little bit. It's a very windy trail. There's lots of mushrooms here too. Trying to not get carried away with mushrooms after our last trip. Here's one. Another one in there. And yet another one over here. So I guess if you do like mushrooms, the time to see them is in the fall. Because here's another one yet again. And yeah, there are a lot of roots and a lot of rocks. So it's rough terrain. It's not difficult terrain though. You just have to watch your step and be a little more careful. Hiking boots or good runners would be highly recommended. So now we've reached a little boardwalk. Occasionally you have to step over trees. Here we got a perfect little owl tree. Onwards. We're coming up to another little boardwalk. So they do have little boardwalks installed over the mucky areas so that your feet don't get wet and muddy, which is nice. And we've got a big escarpment in front of us now. We're on the blue trail.
That beautiful tree there for longer.
Now we're going into a more piney area. And as we leave the pine area, we are going to be heading on to another boardwalk. And we are reaching our first little bench. So we'll see if there's a little viewpoint here. This looks like a marsh we're heading out into, because I see bulrushes and stuff. That's a nice rustic bench where right now it's very nice, and in the fall it would be nice.
Yeah, it's really nice here, probably.
But in the summer, probably it's a nightmare with all this marsh around with the mosquitoes. But very cute. Keep it simple. Yeah, there is something red up there. Want to go up there? Now switch to the red trail. And we're gonna hike up here and sit down and have a packed lunch and look at the views. Hopefully there's some nice views up here, because now we're heading up again. So in Canada, Parks Canada, I think it's Parks Canada is doing it. In certain parks, they have placed red Adirondack chairs, or that's what the Americans would call them. In Canada, we call them Muskoka chairs, and they're red ones. And they're randomly placed at viewpoints throughout certain parks. And right now, we've come across a pair of these at Muskoka chairs. By another mushroom area. They've even got them up on a little platform, which is really nice, overlooking a creek and a marsh up here. Isn't that cute? I gotta give Canada credit for doing that. I think it's a nice, quirky idea. And I'm guessing that there are certain hikers that will hike around to the parks that have the red chairs, searching for them. And I think after lunch we're gonna go back down, and I see that there's a boardwalk into the marsh. We'll go there, because that looks really nice. Behind me, Arnie is already probably digging into his lunch. So I'm gonna go join him. So this looks like someone's private deck. Gotta love it. There's a boardwalk down here.
Yeah?
To the marsh. So when we're done, we can go back down. That's why it dead ends there. It stopped at the water.
We have lunch on?
A delicious lunch, because you can't find food out in Canada on the road anymore. So even though it's a break, there's no break for me. I gotta make a lunch.
Looks pretty good.
It's a guaranteed good lunch.
Looks pretty good.
So we got
Is that birdseed?
basically it's an everything bagel, which I buy from Tim Hortons, another Canadian fast food chain, which is mainly a donut shop, but in the case of their bagels, I gotta give them credit again, because I think they have the best bagels of anyone around. So these are everything bagels, and inside we got ham, Swiss cheese, lettuce, and because I don't like my sandwiches to get mushy, we got homegrown tomatoes that I'm going to add to the bagels. And it's very windy, so we don't want our lunch to blow away.
Hey, show us that first bite, huh?
first bite's a mess. Oh, actually, we don't have a napkin. That could be a real problem because the bad part is that they all want to fly out the other side. But it looks good.
Looks good to me. Whoa! Down the hatch.
But see, it all wants to squish out.
That's good. It's way worse than when you buy a bagel at Tim Hortons and nothing comes out.
Yeah, their bagels are good, but you gotta watch that they put the filling in, because you can order a bagel with bacon in it and not find any bacon.
Not find any bacon.
That's happened many times.
I'm thinking that could be a nice place to kayak right back down there.
Everywhere is a nice place to kayak. Okay, we had a nice lunch. It's freezing cold. Very, very pretty spot though. Nice mosses here. We're gonna head down and have a look at that little boardwalk. Oh my goodness, I don't know how I missed this one, and this one's broken. Isn't that beautiful? Oh, poor thing. Let's put it back. There we go. That one ever read? I didn't know that Ontario had so many mushrooms. So this, if you're on the red trail here, this part of the trail looks like it dead ends. And it's dead ending because this little boardwalk does take you down to the river. So you probably would want to come this way first if you came in the way we did. Do the boardwalk and then walk up the hill where the chairs were. So we came down from the chairs, we're kind of backtracking, and then we're going to go back up when we've done the boardwalk and go past the chairs again. It's not far. It's a nice hike anyway, but just saying. So here it is as we come out of this forest. And go by the trees and down into the marsh. And as you're in the marsh, you'll see lots of, pretty sure these are lady slippers, these orange flowers. Lots of them around. And bulrushes. And we'll see what else is down here. Here's a different type of plant too. It's very pretty. I don't know what it is. If anyone knows, leave a comment down below. Nice bright color anyway. Again, probably not a nice spot in the summer when there's lots of mosquitoes, but beautiful for spring, fall, and winter. Arnie's already down here, taking pictures. He needs to invest in a little tripod. This is what it looks like around here. It's a big, big marsh. I imagine in the spring it's just loaded with birds. And if you look up there where that little rock outcrop is, that's where the chairs are. Can't see them from this angle, but that's where we ate lunch. And there we go.
See, Lynn wore a green jacket today because she wanted to blend in with the forest, with the wildlife. Lynn's a real nature person. Here she comes.
Oh, it is the end. I thought you were just stopped there. I didn't think it was the end.
Oh, there is a boardwalk right over there.
Is there? Where?
I wonder if it was joined one time.
Oh, really?
See it there?
Oh, or can you get
Here's
to that?
a different
plant. This one, the other one was pink, and this one's a different variety, and it's purple.
You know what this is, eh?
No, that's what I'm looking at.
You know what this is?
No.
It's an invasive species.
Is that purple
That's right.
loose strife or whatever?
They say someone brought it over from the United States and they introduced it over here.
It's pretty as long as it doesn't get too invasive.
It does. It's a bad one.
But we got one here anyway.
Maybe it's not true, but I think that's true.
Well, if that is that thing, I know there is one that came and has been a problem, but I couldn't tell you for sure, and maybe again, someone else can tell me if that's what that is. But in amongst the bulrushes, it looks very nice. Oh, there's another one over here. No bugs today. I hate to say it, but we just got the tail end of it looked like a milk snake, and he went through these rushes. And all I got was the tail end. Of course, I didn't get it on camera. But that was, would have been really nice to see. Literally, I just got the tail and I could see the spots on his tail. A neat view here because you got bulrushes and swamp, and then little willow bushes and a few deciduous trees, and then the pines in the dark forest. So you got a whole bunch of life here that don't often go beside each other. These are my absolute favorite mushrooms. The other one I found, it was broken off, but this one's still upright. There we go. I don't know what they are. I could Google them, but right now I don't know what that is. But they're my absolute favorite. There's a broken red one. Okay, we're back at our chairs again. It's not a very long detour. Oh, what is it? Ernie. Yeah. Let's see if we can get him on camera, because boy, does he blend in. He doesn't want to go near.
You make one is wrong. Hey, Bob. Oh, a little hard to walk, isn't it? Oh.
Is he tiny? He doesn't want to go near that swamp where the snake is.
I think she's old. A different type.
But show your finger again beside him. Don't touch him, just put it near him so you can see how small he is. Oh. Look at. Go. Hold still. Can you turn your hand so I can see his face?
He doesn't want his camera shy on.
face.
He's turning with me.
Leaving the little frog and the chairs behind. And we're going back down into the deep, dark woods. Yeah, I imagine we saw some signs of owls as well, but we haven't seen any sitting in a tree at the moment. But we'll look for that too, of course. You can see mushrooms all around in here. But these are perfect trees for owls to sleep in during the day. So we'll be on the lookout for them while we're here. Have a look at these guys, how big these trees are. Arnie spotted something, and it looks like a mushroom. And I get no end of grief for stopping for mushrooms. And I caught him in the act. Because they're hard to ignore. They're so cool. Here's the one Arnie found. And I don't blame him. It's an awesome specimen in a really scenic location. With the pine cones and the rocks. Very pretty. And now he's over there. I don't know, because it seems like way too many are on their sides like that. And I would hate to think that people are purposely destroying them. That one's still attached, and she's a big girl. Yeah, I would recommend this trail. It's very, very pretty. You found some mushrooms. No, I said you found some mushrooms. But see, look, there's a lot of upside down ones.
I swear people are knocking them over.
You think it's people? Okay, I thought I could see the water from here, so I'm going to just go a little bit off the trail, make sure I don't step on any mushrooms or frogs. Oh, and luckily I came this way because we got a really nice red one here. Intact. Still sitting on his own legs. They say you have to watch for wood ticks here. But this is a pretty spot. If you go off the trail a bit, you can see the water from here. We're a little high up. Looks like over here you might be able to get down to it better. So Arnie's moved up ahead, but I'm going to check it out. There is a little narrow footpath along the water here. There we go. This little creek joins into a bigger creek. See?
Every time you fall asleep, you roll out of bed.
Yeah, that would be the problem. And there you can see the marsh again, just with the water meandering away. This walk we're going on today is apparently 3.9 kilometers, which I think it's 1.2 kilometers per mile. So that gives you an idea of how far this is. But like I say, it's a really easy trail with lots of places to stop, rest, and look around. I like it. I would recommend it. Here. Here's a fungus on the tree here. Very nice one. Oh. If you can bend down to see them. How's that for a pretty girl?
Yeah, I'm just walking a little ahead because I gotta make sure that Lynn can catch up to me. It's an extremely nice spot. There she is right there. Oh, she found my mushroom. Yeah, Lynn's the mushroom queen. Well, let's keep going. Because if I'm going to get some exercise, I have to have a little bit of a challenge to keep walking. That tree there kind of got the twist. So, oh, there's another mushroom right there. I don't know if you can see it. Right there. Hopefully Lynn doesn't see it. She'll spend 10 minutes there taking a picture of that mushroom. But yeah, this looks like it's all pines in here. That's a pine. That's a pine. Pines. Oh, here she comes.
Found some mushrooms.
Yeah, the same ones I found, huh?
No, I said. Now we're heading on to Turtle Trail. Here's a little orange one. This is how close they grow. Followed. See how many you see in this little quick view.
So now we gotta make a decision. And we are, oh, they say we're right there. So we'll have to see what Lynn says about that. And here she comes. And she hasn't got her camera up.
Here we got some condominiums growing up. This is the really fancy condominium complex. And here's my famous orange ones. And this is a different type of condominium. All of these are growing on the log.
I think this is like a claw.
So we're using phones. Quite amazing that this fallen tree has got so much life on it. There's mosses, there's lichens, there's fungus, and when I say fungus, there's several varieties on here. This type likes the little branches. And the ones on this side prefer the shadier side, and it's a different type. Lost Darnie, but I've come up to another little bridge here. So we're gonna follow this out. It might have been the one we crossed at the beginning. Yeah, the continuation of life. There's so many different funguses on here, and lichens and mosses. It's like so many, so much life out of that one dead tree.
at this here.
What?
Look at this. So your camera, look, watch it. Okay, look at this one here. Look.
Yeah.
Watch it. Watch the color here. Watch this. Your camera's better, eh? Watch. Watch this.
Yeah, like it's so many varieties.
Look at the color here.
Yeah,
Where's the yellow come from?
Well, there is. If you look with your eyes, there is a little tinge of lime green, kind of. All different.
Your camera brings the color out better, I think. Than my camera.
It depends where you are too. This is good lighting right now.
No.
These ones are really cool. They're like step ladders.
Real nice on top there. They're from the summer, maybe.
They're like a step ladder.
If people know their oak trees, there's two different types. Here's one here. That's an oak. And so is this one here. So you see they got different bark.
One's a white oak and one's a red oak or something, isn't it?
Different bark. There's very different types of oak here.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know them. Some big trees in here. Well, I guess we've gone 4 kilometers. 4 kilometers, it says.
Is that where we are?
Yeah.
Huh? I'm telling you, this is long as we go.
Yeah, we took the longest. And yeah, there is absolutely in this nice temperature, it's not hard. It's definitely easy to moderate and doesn't take your breath away. You can meander really slowly or you could do it pretty fast.
That's an oak there, yeah?
Lots of oaks around here, Arnie says.
Yeah, that's another oak there again. 300 oak trees to build a British warship in the old days.
These guys, yet when you're walking here, you have to pay attention because some of them blend in so well. Arnie just missed squishing them, and look at how cute those ones are. Well, folks, we didn't intend for it to end up about mushrooms, but we certainly can't resist this tree trunk because this one is quite remarkable even from far away.
Oh, really?
Is this amazing?
That's fantastic. I'll let you do it.
Oh my god, these are big ones. Let's see how big you are so we can see how big they are.
That's how big you are.
Oh my goodness. Yeah, I'm totally not. Is yours getting the color? Or is it making them paler?
Whiter.
Yeah, me too.
Your flash is on.
Huh?
Your flash is on.
Is it off?
Yeah. That could be doing it.
So, people, I'm gonna try edit the color in when I get home because my camera is wanting to make this bright, but these are huge yellow tinted fungi, and without the yellow color you're definitely losing the effect of these guys, because it's the remarkable color that's so amazing. They're almost bright orange. There, that's more the color of them. I don't know why it's showing up there more orange, but they're all that color. Okay, now we've come across, oh, it might be is it a washroom? Really? Oh, look at this. No, these are my favorite ones, and we got them in all stages of development, from closed to opening to fully open.
Which way you want to go? See a little spot for a rabbit. That's probably one of the bigger walnut trees I've ever seen.
So it looks like we're back to the head of the trail again, and we're heading back to the parking lot. I think it was a nice trail. Another one we stumbled across not too far from home, which makes it real handy for coming back again. In the fall when the leaves are changed, and in the spring when the water's running and maybe that marsh is full of frogs and birds and stuff. So we'll be back, as Arnold would say. We'll be back. Thanks for joining us. Bye for now.